Federal government approves establishment of animal disease-free zones, targets making Nigeria leading destination for beef production. INEC urges public to disregard a fake statement announcing date for commencement of continuous voter registration. Nigerian Correctional Service refutes claims of poor inmate feeding. Hello and welcome to the news at 11 on NTA News 24. I am Nancy Igodi-Angonihu. The federal government has approved the establishment of disease-free compartments and zones for the production of 1.2 billion doses of vaccines across board annually, with the National Veterinary Research Institute just taking the driver's seat. Yusuf Jika reports that this is to enable the nation to triumph better as one of the safest and leading destinations for beef production, marketing and consumption in the world.
The National Veterinary Research Institute (VERM) has remained in the heart of the nation's livestock industry for decades, leading key research and discovery clinical solutions to animal diseases. During an inspection tour of some of the facilities at the Institute, Minister of Livestock Development Idi Mukhtar Meha said the temper for clinical surveillance, innovation and vaccines will be prioritized.
This new ministry has already had a number of investment proposals from both local and foreign investors, particularly in the red meat industry. There is no way we can approach the international global market of red meat with zoonotic diseases all over the place. We have to be in the position to control all those endemic diseases in this country.
We are willing to turn things around. If given the enabling environment, provided with the facilities, we will work. We will make this institute great. We will make Nigeria great.
The minister also inspected the 200-capacity heifer cows Milkway Dairy Farm Bokos, where he promised to develop a roadmap and reviving the factory.
We must re-inject blood and rejuvenate this area. Milky Way Dairy Farm Bokos must work to provide jobs for our teeming youth, to provide the much needed dairy for our families.
Definitely with the partnership we are going into with the federal government, as you have heard the minister say, we will revive this place.
A town hall interactive session was later organized in Mangu Town to encourage participation in livestock development and other critical aspects of the industry. In Jos, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
The managing directors of the 12 River Basin Development Authorities in Nigeria have reiterated their commitment to work in line with the federal government's agriculture policy towards meeting food security and socio-economic development. The managing directors, who made the pledge at the end of a two-day retreat, also agreed to work in strengthening collaboration to making the river basins a great economy booster for the country. Speaking on behalf of the Joint Appointee Forum, the managing director, Sokoto River Basin Development Authority, Abubakar Malam, said they would be transparent and accountable in all their dealings to turn around the river basins in the country. He said it was a common knowledge that river basins had not been working on their mandates due to diverse challenges, saying with a new management in place, efficient delivery of set goals and objectives will be achieved. He further said that the management team would harness the water resources potential of the various basins towards promoting aquaculture, irrigation farming and all-year farming. He urged Nigerians to be optimistic that the river basins will support communities and interested private entrepreneurs in agriculture towards meeting the food security goal and wealth creation.
Deliberate steps to expand irrigated farmlands, equip farmers with modern agricultural skills, and the most value chain activities aimed at increasing food production.
Development partners, we are sure of getting some equipment like tractors and mills and so many other equipment that we know can boost food production.
Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule says the economic reforms initiated by President Bola Tinubu have significantly improved revenue at subnationals and reset the country for sustainable growth. At our stakeholders' engagement in Lafia, Governor Sule assured that the subnationals will use the increased revenue to improve lives of the people and fix infrastructure deficit. Aliyu Tijani was there.
It's a convergence of people across all strata of the society, with Minister of Women Affairs Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, former Attorney General of the Federation Abubakar Malami, and former Governor of the state Senator Umaru Tanko Almakura, among others, in attendance as issues of leadership and development top agenda of discussion. The convergence is also to celebrate Secretary to the State Government Labaran Shaibu Magaji, where Governor Sule uses the event to dispel rumor of the planned exit of CPC bloc from the APC, describing it as false, reassuring that APC remains united to supporting the administration of President Bola Tinubu that is committed to economic growth and development of the country.
We are commending the president Asuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu for what he's doing. That's why some people are trying to take away some of our people, some of the good people. When they check and see a good person is there, they want to take him away. When they see this one, they want to take you away. You are not taking Malami away. He's going to be with us. He's not going anywhere.
Nasarawa State holds an immense potential. With its strategic location, the rich natural endowments, and the youthful population, it is well positioned to become a model of inclusive growth and innovation.
To everyone gathered here today, your presence is a powerful affirmation of our shared values of excellence in governance and transparency in what we do in governance.
Conversations revolves around leadership recruitment across all strata of government as speakers identify integrity, vision, capacity as some of the requirements needed in leadership recruitment, which Nigerians must look out for during elections. In Lafia, Aliyu Tijani, NTA News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it has not announced a date for the resumption of the continuous voter registration CVR, transfer and replacement of lost permanent voter cards, PVCs. Statement by Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman Rotimi Oyekomi urges the public to disregard the fake anonymous statement making the rounds, claiming that the CVR and other associated services will resume on 27th May 2025. The Commission will officially announce the date for the resumption of the CVR at the appropriate time. The Confederation of APC support groups has urged communities to cooperate with security forces in winning the war against banditry, kidnapping, and terrorism in parts of the country. The group, led by its Director General, Professor Keilani Mohammed, said Nigeria's UN ungoverned spaces are vulnerable routes, but communities' efforts are critical in fishing out and neutralizing criminal syndicates terrorizing Nigerians. The Director General appealed to state governors to support operations of the Civilian Joint Task Force in completely mitigating the level of security challenges.
Hopefully, to see that we wipe out banditry, kidnapping, and other assorted crimes in our society. But truly speaking, we need assistance. These boys, nobody pays them money. It's just a sacrifice. America and its allies to leave our president alone. That was what we did 2 days ago. Let him concentrate the remaining 2 years. We voted him. He won election.
advised foreign interests to desist from meddling into the affairs of Nigerian states and urged citizens to utilize the large potential in human and material resources spread across the country. The Nigeria Police Force continues to record major breakthroughs in its fight against crime through intelligence-led operations nationwide. A statement by the force notes that in separate incidents, operatives neutralized 3 notorious bandits, rescued 2 kidnapped victims, arrested 9 suspected kidnappers, and recovered a significant cache of arms and stolen vehicles. The statement adds that in Benue State, police operatives acting on credible intelligence engaged a group of bandits in a gun duel near the Segundo axis in Sankera. The suspects linked to Shitile and Ukun areas were reportedly planning attacks on security agents. 3 bandits sustained fatal injuries and later died in hospital. Recovered from the scene were 2 locally made firearms and live cartridges. Similarly, in Delta State, the CP's Special Assignment Team arrested a suspected serial car snatcher, Henry Obo, and recovered a pump-action gun and 2 suspected stolen vehicles. In a separate operation, 2 confirmed cultists, Mudiaga Okbarume and Arinze Humble, were apprehended with Beretta, pistols and ammunition. Following a kidnapping in Abao on April 26, operatives rescued 2 victims from Uviama Forest, arrested 9 suspects, and recovered multiple firearms and cartridges. The Nigerian Correctional Service refutes recent claims of poor inmate feeding, calling them recycled, misleading, and untrue. A statement by the service public relations officer Abubakar Umar explains that feeding of inmates is guided by the Correctional Service Act of 2019, with meals meeting health standards and monitored by ration committees. The service also confirms a new 1,125 naira daily feeding rate per inmate, approved by the federal government to reflect current economic realities. Independent bodies, it says, including civil society and international partners, regularly inspect facilities, and none has reported such dehumanizing conditions. Umar urges the public to verify claims and avoid sensational reports that undermine ongoing reforms and the dignity of the system. We take a break now on the news. More when we come back.
From the creeks of the Niger Delta to the breathtaking scenery of the plateau, in noonday and nighttime, we set out to bring to you captivating stories that evoke your emotions. For fascinating documentaries and reports on day-to-day issues with expert analysis, tune in to NTA News 24, DSTV Channel 419, GoTV Channel 26, StarTimes Channel 101 and 433, and Free TV Channel 703.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now, nature is God's gift to mankind, but when the gift carries with it the storms of life, devastation, pain, and agony are few words to describe the experience. This is the sad tale of some residents of Ikore Bene local government area in Akwa Ibom State after the heavens opened and sent down their rain. The rain accompanied by storms this weekend. Kelvin Samuel reports.
And everything has been destroyed, even my hotel, and we...
Houses, trees, economic trees, farms are destroyed. Like solar lights pulled down. Like my compound, my family house has been destroyed totally.
Everywhere you go across Ikore Bene local government area, the story is the same. The rains came with heavy storms, and homes, churches, schools, and roads were not spared.
It took so many years, over 16 years, to build this house. But in less than 30 minutes, everything collapsed. Government should come and help us, please.
That rain started. It broke the fence of Federal Government College and scattered all my house and break everything and break down my GP tank.
Unfortunately, a 78-year-old widow, Helen Ododo, managing her mud house like many others, was not also spared.
When I was inside the sleep, I just want to put water outside. I had to breathe. Even if one fall on me there, I had to breathe. I just run. Oh, my sister, please.
For many residents, how much of the impact of the disaster can be addressed by concerned government authorities and good-natured individuals? Is help on the way for victims?
I believe that government is going to do something for them. Take these trees as shade, and we didn't believe that it can bring this kind of havoc. And the kind of storm, when storm comes, nothing can stop it. So I believe that whatever precautions we are going to take is to make sure that things like this does not happen again around here.
Our appeal is for intervention, immediate intervention in the hostel to safeguard the children, in the classroom so that normal lessons will resume, in the staff quarters also, so that the teachers will have a roof over their heads.
What began like just another rainy evening on May 2nd has become a painful memory in the heart of many as they pray and hope for possible urgent intervention. However, what is not certain is the fate of the rest of the city as torrential rainfall seems to be in its early days. What lies ahead in coming days and months as regards rainfall patterns can only be imagined. From Ikotekpene local government area of Akwa Ibom State, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News.
Natural disaster there taking its toll on humans. Now, in a touching gesture of compassion and community service, the Secretary to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Dr. Rose Omoa Orianro Anthony, marked her birthday with an outreach to the restored Destiny Child Orphanage Foundation in One Man Village, Ado, Nasarawa State. Olusheye Adoabo reports on the celebration of Dr. Rose's age and a special Thanksgiving service in Abuja.
While birthdays in Nigeria, especially those of high-profile individuals, are often marked by lavish celebrations, Rose Omo Orianro Anthony, Secretary to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, chose a different path. In commemoration of her birthday, she visited the restored Destiny Child Orphanage Foundation in Nasarawa State, donating food and other essential items to the children. For Rose Orianro Anthony, this day show is not a one-time event. She reflects her long-standing commitment to the orphanage and the children she adopted years ago.
For over almost 18 years now, I've been coming to celebrate with orphans. I feel fulfilled each time I'm with them because the children are innocent. So I just feel that this life will be a better place if we can show love to people who cannot say thank you to you.
Through the Sunday and Omokore Orianro Foundation, a non-governmental organization funded by her family, she and her siblings have continued to support and uplift vulnerable groups, especially children in need.
She's come here with welfare for them as usual. Now, this is something she does all the time, birthday or no birthday.
We believe in giving, helping, and that's what everybody in the family. So even with her, you can tell you share and you see people getting happy with whatever you're giving to them. There is this joy, this fulfillment it brings to you.
Long life, good health,
and God should also prosper her so that she can do more better than this.
The birthday celebration reached a spiritual crescendo with a special Thanksgiving service at the Fallon Christian Center in Apo, Abuja. Family members, including some who traveled from outside the country, joined church leaders, members of the congregation, and the women's department in giving thanks to God for her life and grace. Clergymen took turn offering heartfelt prayers for God's continued blessings.
It is well with you. Go and excel.
Honestly, those orphans, there are some whose school fees is just 1,700 naira, some 3,000 naira, and they can't afford it. So all it means is, from the little you have, make a difference. You don't have to wait until you become a millionaire.
She's a woman that always needs to be celebrated with all the things she does, the way she touches the lives of other people. I have been affected a lot.
Dr. Mrs. Rose has been a blessing to the church.
She just loves people, despite their background, despite their tribe. He loves people unconditionally. And I love her for that. And I love the fact that she loved God so much.
For the INEC secretary, every moment since May 1st, when she marked another year, is one of fulfillment and gratitude. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abba Abbas Tajuddin, says the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is committed to working hand in hand with traditional institutions in the country to continue to promote peace and unity. He stated this during the distribution of vehicles to traditional rulers in Kaduna State. Muhammad Umar Ajingi was there.
Traditional rulers, including the emirs and chiefs from various emirate councils and chiefdoms, converge here to receive these vehicles as custodians of the people's cultural heritage to enhance their dignity as image makers.
The constitutional review ongoing in the National Assembly is very, very particular about finding means and ways of increasing the role of traditional institutions in Nigeria.
Governance is about everyone. It's about the major stakeholders, and with the Speaker leading, I want other members of the National Assembly, whether you are a PDP, Labour Party, APC, it doesn't matter. What is more important is our state, is the development of Kaduna State. And we collaborate with everyone, irrespective of party affiliation or whatever. For us, it's Kaduna that is first.
We thank you immensely. Everybody is happy. We're happy with the government. We're happy with this intervention.
With this symbolic handover, the vehicles are now set to serve as vital tools for strengthening the traditional institutions across Kaduna State. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Umar Ajingi, NTA News.
Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has commiserated with the family of former Deputy Governor of Kogi State, late Chief Patrick Adaba, and the entire people of Ebira land, urging them to emulate the peace that he lived for. He said this at a funeral service held at Christ the King's Catholic Church, Okene. Ajibola Christopher reports.
Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, who describes the late former Deputy Governor of Kogi State, Patrick Adaba, as a symbol of humility, who lived a life worthy of emulation, notes that the wisdom and counsel of late Chief Patrick Adaba remains a guiding light for many even after his death. The governor says the state is mourning a hero whose footprints are indelible in the sands of history in the state. He notes that although Chief Patrick Adaba has departed the world, his legacies of integrity and services to humanity will continue to speak for him in generations to come.
Patrick Adaba was not just a former governor or dead. He was a symbol of dignity, humility, and dedicated service to our people and our destiny.
Catholic Bishop of the Diocese of Lokoja, Most Reverend Martin Olonrumolu, appreciates the governor for the show of love to the church and the family of the deceased, praying God for the sustenance of his political career, while admonishing the people to always dedicate their lives to the services of God. Earlier, son of the deceased, Patrick Adaba Jr., expresses gratitude that his father lived a life worthy of emulation. He appreciates everyone that attended the burial and their prayers.
He does have a legacy. He has touched the lives of people, and he will continue to be remembered as someone who was generous.
Other signatories at the burial include top government officials, religious leaders, and former governor of Kogi State, Captain Idris Wada. Ajibola Christopher, NTA News.
And with that report, we end the news. Thank you for watching.
Government of Nigeria warns vandals of national assets, electricity transmission towers, cables and other facilities to desist from this act of sabotage. Vandalism is a serious crime punishable under the law. Vandalizing electrical equipment will affect millions of Nigerians, including your loved ones. Remember that national assets belong to all of us, hence the need to protect them. Report all cases of suspicious movement around electrical facilities